Welcome back, Revs. I'm Erika Dierke with SportsWatch. Both Ole Miss basketball teams have fallen out of March Madness. The men lost to number 2 seeded Michigan State in a pretty heartbreaking loss. Sean Padula performed incredibly well, scoring 24 and making the South Regional All-Team Tournament team for his performance in the 3 games, scoring over 20 points in each game and shooting 50% from the floor all tournament. And for this historic season, Coach Beard was recognized as the top head coach in Division I, receiving the 2025 Jim Fallon National Coach of the Year award. And the women's team capped off their 50th season with a 22-11 record and their 12th Sweet 16 appearance, falling to the number 1 seeded UCLA Bruins 76-62. Over the weekend, though, 26 Ole Miss football players took the field to show off their talents in front of about 100 scouts, 3 NFL coaches, and a bunch of front office personnel at the Rebels Pro Day ahead of the 2025 NFL Draft. Newswatch reporter Macy Ivy was there to tell us about these exciting events.
Many Ole Miss football players are looking to hit the big leagues as Pro Day finally made its arrival, with plenty of NFL scouts in attendance. The 2024 to 2025 team might have been one of the best that the program has ever had. 26 Rebels participated in Pro Day, with one of those being quarterback Jackson Dart, who has already caught some eyes with his performance in the NFL Combine. Dart is projected to be an early pick in the draft, as he had just over 4,200 passing yards this past season with 29 touchdowns.
Yeah, I don't really care where I get drafted. In my mind, that's just where the journey starts. I have bigger goals and aspirations than, just getting drafted to the NFL. So,
wide receiver Trey Harris, even after coming off a few injuries, is a very notable player. Harris and Dart were quite the match this season, as Harris had barely over 1,000 receiving yards and 7 touchdowns. Defensively, J.J. Pegues might be one to look out for, especially considering he's known for playing both sides of the ball. Pegues did participate in the Combine, where he impressively ran a 5.15 40-yard dash. One of the last key players is defensive tackle Walter Nolan. Nolan was a transfer from Texas A&M and made his way to Ole Miss, where he absolutely dominated. He has been projected to be a top 10 pick in the draft after putting up amazing numbers in this past season with the Rebels. Princely Umanmielen performed impressively at both the Combine and Pro Day and said that his singular year at Ole Miss has prepared him for the NFL.
My 1 year here, I feel like I've grown just as a player. Mentally.
Many Rebels did not get an invite to the Combine, but definitely made an impression on the scouts today. One of those being Caden Prescorn, who didn't perform as well this season, but he still had 401 receiving yards and 3 touchdowns. The NFL Draft is set for April 24th through 26th, where we'll find out what teams these Rebels are going to. In the Manning Center, I'm Macy Ivy, Newswatch, Ole Miss.
Softball took the first 2 games of their series against Mizzou with a chance tonight to sweep. Game 1 was a pitcher's duel between Miley Wachino and Tigers' Marissa McCann. Wachino pitched a complete game shutout, allowing just 2 hits and 9 strikeouts, while McCann had 4 strikeouts over 5.1 innings. The only runner to cross home plate would obviously prove to be crucial, with Elia Binford knocking Lair Baute in the 3rd as Ole Miss won it 1-0. Game 2 was solo home run after solo home run, as Missouri's Taylor Ebbs started it off with a home run in the top of the 2nd, with Lexi Brady answering back in the bottom, and Rebel Mackenzie Pickens taking the lead with a home run in the bottom of the 3rd. After the Tigers tied with another solo home run, Percy Yamas would break the game open with the 5th solo home run of the day, and the Rebs would continue their offense, winning 5-3. Head over to the softball field this evening as soon as the show is over to watch the Rebels try to sweep the series. Ole Miss baseball also took their first 2 games but dropped the 3rd to Florida, still jumping up to 9 in the rankings. Ole Miss won Game 1 7-5. Hunter Elliott had another strong start, giving up 3 runs in the 3rd but remaining steady and going 5.2 innings. Braden Randall had a strong day, going 2 for 3 with a double and a sac fly. Game 2 looked like an impromptu bullpen game after starter Riley Maddox was pulled after only 1.1 innings. Luckily, Walker Hooks picked up the slack, going 3.1 innings with 7 strikeouts and no earned runs. The teams were tied 5-5 in the top of the 8th, when Brendan Lawson's grand slam made things look grim. But a 2 RBI single by Austin Foley at the bottom of the inning gave the Rebs hope, and a 3-up, 3-down top 9 from Hudson Calhoun set the stage for a walk-off sac fly by Austin Foley. Game 3 was an offensive battle, with the Rebels notching 14 hits, with home runs from Austin Foley and Will Furness, but the Gators ultimately ended up on top, winning 11-8. Make sure to be at Swayze Field at 4 tomorrow as the Rebels host Jackson State. And that's all I've got for sports. Be sure to follow us on our socials and tune in tomorrow at 5. Newswatch Ole Miss will be right back.